you feel honored? You should. It's not often you see such beautiful evil as me.
Alright guys, we are getting ready for Halloween. Tomorrow's Easter, but we're getting ready for Halloween anyway, because Halloween is awesome. We have some boxes here which have some animatronics in them which have not been opened and assembled yet. We've got the Spellcasting Witch, the King and the Queen from Home Depot last year. So, we're going to start by assembling these, and I think in regards to her, the one she wants to do is pick one. King, Queen, or Witch?
A queen.
Okay, we are going to build the Queen in today's episode. So let's get started with this awesome animatronic. And to those who are just now finally finding the channel, yes, that's a real casket.
Let's go, baby. We just have to find out which one's the queen.
Oh, right, Queen. That's the Witch.
Make sure that one's the queen. Just say queen.
Okay guys, so right here we have our Queen of the Underworld box sitting on top of our beautiful golden casket.
Yeah, I love the golden casket.
Well, I might repaint it. Okay, right inside of here,
Yeah, the queen.
we have the Queen. So,
That's what I said.
that's actually on
But you can.
the box. Now, Home Accents Holiday has an app that you can get on your phone and be able to actually like do this easier. Or there is the instruction. It ripped. There is instructions here that you guys
That
can see.
ripped.
Charts aren't too terrible. These seem like okay instructions.
And then you can also look at this one too.
So, alright, middle, correct.
Like you did with
Building an animatronic on a casket. Who'd ever thought my life would come to this?
Yeah, it's gonna fall.
So, we have
Do not
our,
do it on a casket.
we have our base here, which,
Yeah.
okay, so this here moves, so that's probably for the back.
Yeah,
So-
that's probably for the back of it.
So there's our base. Then inside we've got the clothing here, which is what you just said, the dress.
Which I think it's a dress.
Let's see here.
That's the
This
crown.
looks like the
crown.
crown.
We said
Okay,
this
so yeah, so this
was
is the crown. It is
really cool.
it's cool, but it's flimsy.
Yeah.
It's flimsy plastic kind of crap with Velcro, so it'll just Velcro. I hate when they do like cheap stuff. This is cheap. I don't like cheap. These things are expensive, and I always feel like they need to come in like a really high
There's an
quality.
arm piece or the leg piece.
This is an arm.
Okay, that's an arm and that's an arm.
Yep, 2 arms.
Two arms. Then we got
Right here we have some more fabric.
then we have
Some more fabric.
more feathers. Okay,
We've got
that's the hand.
A hand.
Hand. We got whatever that thing is that stuff.
We have a bone.
A bone. Yeah,
Yeah.
another bone.
She's literally beating me to the punch with everything.
Okay, but that's the head, Daddy.
Yep, that's the head.
Okay, I'll go to the box. They don't break this.
Right here we have her boobs.
It's funny.
So this is the whole torso piece here with the breast implants, and we've got a box shielding the panel here. So this is already plugged in. That's already plugged in. So we have 4 wires that have yet to be plugged in, which one of them is not power. Power is going to go directly here. So there are 4 pieces that actually have to be connected. Right here we have her staff and another hand.
We have her head.
The head. What are you holding?
A head. Got
Another bone.
We got the poles.
Metal poles, which are actually nicely packaged.
Yeah,
I do like that
really
they're.
nice.
I do like that they're in this and they're not just loose around the box. That is definitely something I find key in quality.
Guys, there's 4 things that's way on the side.
Right, and then right here we have our power supply. So that is everything that is inside of the box for the queen.
Everything.
All right, so first things first, we've got our base on the floor, and I'm actually going to turn you guys down so you can see that progress right there a little bit better. Okay.
But you can just say there's a bear.
So right here we have our base,
Our base.
and we're going to attach. If I don't need my balance here.
Okay, do not fall.
Yeah, because I'll fall right into a casket. All right, we're going to attach
Actually,
the poles.
see, if you fall on the ground, that's how you're going to and you have to little pull that. Okay, that makes so much noise.
Okay, we've got 1 B pole.
And we got
That's gonna
2
go
and 3 and 4. Got 1,
right here.
2, 3, 4.
Here, we won't confuse people. And our second B pole here. Okay, now that those are in,
Now
we'll connect these
these.
like that. Get it? There we go. Good helper. And then we're going to put the C pieces. So these are both the same as well, which is good. Yeah. And then click. Click. Okay, so watch out. That is this
This is
done. Next up, we are actually we're going to put
what?
the torso on. So I think I can get it in field of view. We're gonna aim you guys up a little bit now, back to right about there. It looks good.
Okay, that's those parts.
Here comes the boobs. And right on it goes.
Make sure the queen doesn't fall.
Here, watch out.
The next one
Yeah,
is
get your
going to
hands
be
on it.
her neck and then her head. Neck and then head.
There we go.
Okay,
All right.
look.
There's that together. Now, this is telling me to put the power adapter in now. I guess so that way it's in and I don't have to fish for it later. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Why
Because I'll pick it up later.
would you throw at the camera?
I didn't throw, well, I did kind of. Sorry guys, I threw that at you.
Okay, that's a little funny.
Alright, so here we have the power adapter. And that, again, it just goes right into the back of the box, like I had shown you. Nothing too crazy.
I think this also moves. I have no idea.
All right, so the E section for
It's
costume.
so funny.
This is
so funny.
going to be a pain. All right, so right here we've got E. And it says the opening goes towards the back, which I definitely would have figured. Sensor is here, it says.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty dress.
Yeah, it is really pretty.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, check that out.
Really pretty.
And it has the skull there. That's pretty cool. Definitely, again, going with the cheap side of things. Definitely very cheaply made. So
Ooh, I like
we gotta
it. Look at that.
be kind of careful here.
Yeah, be really careful.
There is a wire here, which this wire we now know is for the sensor.
I will hold this. So that way you do not let this thing fall over.
So it does not Velcro all the way down.
We do not. Ghost queen. Is she a ghost queen?
Kind of. She's more like a satanic queen. Queen of the Underworld, she's called.
Yeah, but she's kind of like a ghost queen.
Okay, so now that we have this in, I don't know that it necessarily says it for the step yet, but we know we have our sensor, and by looking at the collars of things, this has 3 wires. This wire here has 3 wires and is also the same fitting portion, male and female section here. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump ahead and clip in the sensor. So the sensor is fully installed on this now, and we still have 3 other wires to figure out what they go to. Go ahead. All right, so next up is actually installing the arms and the hands. So F is actually going to go on this side.
Which is her arm.
So we've got F right here, and we just need to find, okay, there's the arm. So we'll just put it here for now.
Yeah, let's put it there for now.
This is always like such a pain. I hate dealing with the clothing. It's always hard, always complicated. I probably make it too complicated, but it is like you have to fish it through, and it's just dressing the animatronics suck. They get stuck on like everything. Okay, there's that. So we've got the nub exposed, and we're going to go ahead and attach the letter H hand here, which holds nothing, just right there like that. And there is a bit of Velcro on the hand, so that means somewhere on here, right here, I feel the Velcro. We'll hook that, that'll hold to the hand, and that'll keep the clothing in the position that it's supposed to be in. So right here is the hand. Hey, how you doing? That's good and done. And then we can move on to the other side, which this has a wire. So right here we've got the G arm. You can see there's a pretty lengthy wire actually fishing through this one. So this is going to go on, and then once the hand goes on, it'll end up connecting to that, and it will power the staff. So let's get this connected here, right there like that, and then we're going to come around to the back and find the matching colored wires here, and we'll get it. Come on. Click, install. That arm is good. Now that that arm is good, hopefully we might not be able to actually. All right. Minor issue here. We are going to have to fish this through the arm piece here prior to putting that on. It's just going to make life a little bit easier. that. We'll have this one. All right, so that there is what I would say is probably the easier way to do that. Just deal with fishing this one through. Right there, we've got the exposure. We're just gonna get the wire through. Which is right here. Okay, there's the wire. Now, you definitely got to be careful. You don't want to break that wire. You don't want to break this wire as well. But now we're gonna get it plugged in here. Don't play with that, honey. Alright, and installed. Okay, so that wire is good to go. Okay, so now that we're kind of done fumbling around with that, we can go ahead and install the next portion there, which will be the staff and then going on to her head. I'm going to aim this up just a tad bit more for you guys. Here we go. Alright, so next up.
Saw a bear.
I doubt you saw a bear.
Yes, I did.
You did not see a bear. My
Yes,
camera
I
was
did.
off. Okay, so we're going to install the hand, which is wrapped up here. Here, come here, brother. Here is the hand with the wire. So we're going to go ahead and set that in. We're going to get wires here and we're going to plug it in. Snap, just like that. And then we're going to find the
And we're going to put her head on.
Velcro point here and attach. There we go. So there's the staff, which we have to now assemble the rest of it, which it looks like this is going to be the midsection here, which is L. No, this is going to be the top section. K is going to be the midsection, which is this guy here. And then we'll have that one. So this is actually kind of neat. So this is plastic, but it has these little nubbies here to go into these holes. Kind of like if you think about the black metal piping with the push pin, except these don't push. So that's going to kind of go in and then just kind of sit there and hold. So definitely different. I haven't ever seen anything like that, so that is pretty unique and cool. So we'll do that again. We'll just kind of put it in on an angle here. Get that in, twist it somewhere. Where are we at here? Come on. I think it's like right there. No, where are you at? There we go. Okay. Now we found it. Just gotta. Let's get you to work here. Alright, there we go. So it's definitely like, I don't really trust that. It's kind of flawed to me. I mean, this one you guys can see right here really doesn't, it doesn't pop through. It's kind of sitting in there. This one's kind of flush. I don't know, whatever. It ain't going anywhere. It's not really to be messed with and played with anyhow. Same thing for this, which we got to be careful not to lift the hand out of its bracket there, because if we do, it could fall out, and if it falls out, then we have a bigger problem, because not only is she correct that yes, it'll break, but the hand has the wire on it. So if this pops off, which usually for myself, I zip tie those. I zip tie those connections, that way they can't come apart. Because if that does, that could end up yanking that wire and completely breaking that piece. So we really do not want that to happen. Then actually down at the bottom here, you can't see me. I'll adjust this. It's not that big of a deal. I don't really have to show you, but we might as well while we're at it. Right here, there's a nub on the base here that sticks up, and you're actually going to set the bone over top of it like that, and that's what's going to keep the bone right there in that proper place. So again, nothing too crazy difficult there, but did want to actually show you guys that just because we are doing the video. So next coming up is the head. We're going to put the head on. So
It's just on here.
the head is right here in a bag. I'm gonna go ahead and get that on. Hopefully not mess up the hair. Look pretty good. We're in pretty good shape here. So now I will say, as far as things go, Home Depot did get a lot of backlash on this one because of how the mouth is. The mouth will move, but a lot of people do not like the fact that it has the splits there. But you could always imagine that that's just blood running down her face. Like she's like a vampire or something and like bit someone. Yeah, creative imagination. We could work around a few flaws, things like that. So there's the head sitting in there. Well, it does say to go ahead and make the connections. So we have two connections off of here, which are the two connections left. I'm going to run it through the torso piece here, which has a nice size hole. And then we're going to connect our corresponding wires, which we've got this red guy here. And then this one here is odd. It doesn't have the same coloration. Actually, okay, here we go. I plugged into the wrong thing. So here we go. That's that. And then this one is this one. There we go. Now that that's fixed. So pay attention to the colors. The colors of the wires will all match up. Okay. And we have this established here. So sensor. There we go. All right, so I have it set up on the sensor, so as we're doing the test, we'll see it with the sensor. So let's get her a little bit buttoned up here.
I'm scared of what she does.
Of course you're afraid.
I'm afraid of every animatronic.
You always are afraid of every animatronic, and then you see them, and then you hug them, and you become like best friends with them.
Yeah, the next day I just become best friends and stuff, but the first day when I see them, nope.
Okay, so there's kind of what we have going on right now. So doesn't look too terrible. No Velcro on that. I figured there might have been, but there isn't. So that's what we have right now so far. Let's check.
Can we test it out?
Okay, so the next portion is actually a cape. Ah, okay. All right, hold on. So that's going to be a cake. These here. These pieces here are actually for the hands, and they've got, if I can get it to actually show you guys. Yeah, there we go. Some pretty cool skull graphics on them. So these are just going to go on. Let's see, maybe this way. Yep, there we go. Just like that.
I got the cake. And then the cake and then the crown and then
This right here that we have is the cake. Alright, stop right down. Sit that down.
holy stuff.
Alright. So,
And after this, we're all done, and then we can test it. We can test this thing in the next second.
Almost testing time.
Yeah, just one more thing to put on her, and it's the crown. That's the last thing to put on her. Then just in fact. If she does not work, we do not have her. Always want to make sure she works.
And that's the bad thing, is like what she's saying right now is she wants to make sure that she works. And that's the hard part, is that especially then once you get these things on any type of clearance, you're kind of
Worried.
yeah, you're worried and you're at that loss. So if something is actually wrong with it, we're screwed.
Next is just her crown, and then we can test her. Make sure she works.
Okay. And
The last
upcoming
The last
is the crown. So
The
how?
last touch. It's
Just check here.
okay, that's scary.
Okay, so yeah, so this per the instructions stays up.
I'm gonna sit right in this black chair.
The red stays up,
Yeah, of course.
which is
it
probably
does.
personal preference. You can probably do what you want, but I'm just gonna go based off the book for right now. And then this will just go right on top.
Yeah,
So
but we do have to connect it.
I would actually like to just connect it here and then slide it on. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Yeah, that could be easy.
I really don't like that this is held on by Velcro.
Yeah, but it's a little small, but
Like, I do hate that. I'm perturbed by that. I think
now
that
we can test it.
the whole crown thing kind of sucks. Let's get this sticker off.
Yeah, let's get that sticker.
So the problem I see is that this crown is going to go flying. Like, it's going to catch wind, and,
Yeah, and then
that'll
it's
be the end
just
of the
going to
crown.
go right into the street, and then somebody's going to run it over.
Yeah, probably. All right, I can't really get that off right now,
We
so I'm not
probably-
going to worry about. I'm not going to worry about the pea sitting on her head.
We probably have to.
But
We probably have to glue it on.
that is it. It just
Yeah.
literally just sits there on her head.
Now-
So now that the queen is assembled, let's go ahead and turn her on and see what she does.
I am the queen of all that I survey, and right now, I am surveying you. A big disappointment, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a big
What can one
disappointment.
expect so near to Halloween? It seems that all souls are cheapened to the lowest station in life, but a soul is a soul. I'll add to the pile of others and let my minions decide how to put you to work.
So I think we might definitely do without the crown.
Yeah.
Look into my sector. See the future that is divining for you there. When I look, I don't see much of a future for you, but I am confident that as one of my subjects, we'll put you to work somehow, down in the dungeons of the Underworld. I am your queen, the queen of the Underworld. I rose from the cracks in the earth on this Halloween to meet my new arriving subjects. Do you feel honored? You should. It's not often you see such beautiful evil as me.
Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed tonight's video of the Queen of the Underworld. Definitely not one of the best animatronics that Home Depot had put out. We can definitely see some of the flaws. For example, you know, this. I personally think when it's out on the display, if I do display this year, we actually won't include the crown. We'll keep that inside because I don't want to lose that. A little gust of wind and that crown is gone. So for value's sake of the figure, I would really rather just not, you know, have that happen. But overall, again, giving it a score from 1 to 10 on quality, I would honestly say I would give this one a 5. There are things that I like about it, but there are things that I dislike about it. You know, I'm one of those type of people that I'm not going to put it down hard. I do enjoy this because I love Halloween and I love, you know, all things scary. But I do definitely see some of the quirks in this one that people have complained about. So for that reason, overall quality, like how these are on the mouth, that definitely a huge thing there. You know, are definitely drawbacks, but overall it is a nice animatronic. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to see an awesome, amazing Halloween display that features some things that most people won't do, aka a real casket, a real hearse, a lot of real things. So if you're down with that, make sure you subscribe, share it with your friends. Leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this animatronic. Maybe you have one, or maybe you are still trying to find one. But either way, give me your insight on this. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
The apocalypse.